Hello everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. I have another Freida book for you. I've got to tell you about it, and I've been waiting on this one for a long time. It's called The Tenant. It would be everybody's worst nightmare, and I have to tell you about it. Okay, what I like about it is a lot of the books that, well, all the books pretty much, unless someone bought it for me, is that I listen to Freida books on audio. I like having a combination of reading and audio because when I can be doing things around the house and be listening to it. But this book, The Tenant, I have to say I really liked it, and I would say I liked it better than Brain Damage, and I liked it better than The Crash. But I still like The Boyfriend the best, okay? So I would rate it The Boyfriend first, The Tenant next, and then The Crash and Brain Damage, I'd kind of tied them, I think, together now that I think about it. But anyway, so let me get to what the story's about. Blake we start with the male, which I kind of like that they kind of change things up. So you hear a male voice a lot of the book. And he has a really good job. He's got a beautiful fiance. Her name is Krista. They're really happy. He bought a home. He lives in Manhattan, and he calls it the Brownstone. I would just mention this. He has a father, I think lives in Cleveland. Father owns a business, a hardware store. His dad always wants him to come back home. Lost his mom a few years ago, and was close to her. Has a really good family, all that good stuff. Well, anyway, he's really happy with his fiancée. She's a beautiful lady, and, she's always baking cookies, and, she also has a job too. And, but her job, I wouldn't say, I think she's a manager. I cannot remember of something, but they don't talk a lot about her job in the book. Well, anyway, so things start unraveling for them, okay? So Blake's got this mortgage. He loses his job all of a sudden. After he gets a promotion, he loses his job, and he doesn't understand why. And, he didn't get any kind of, when he lost his job, he didn't get a severance package. That's what I was going to say. And so he's kind of at a loss, and he doesn't know what to do. He was unemployed for a little bit. And his fiancée says, hey, we really need to take in a tenant. And so they started interviewing people. And then when he starts interviewing, some of them seem like kind of unsavory characters. But then one lady that they interviewed just seemed like the sweetest lady. Her name is Whitney, and she's so kind and sweet. But let me just say, after she moves in, things start happening. And Blake's life just starts unraveling in all sorts of crazy ways. This book definitely has a lot of plot twists and a lot of things. I suspected some things going on right away, but some things were very, very surprising. But I thought about that. Imagine, and I've heard about things like this, and I remember, and this is off topic, I could almost write a book about it. I remember when I was a freshman in college, I had a roommate that was really odd, okay? Her parents weren't odd because I met them, but she was odd and very eccentric, and she was very paranoid. She always thought somebody was watching her, and then she got a boyfriend, and this boyfriend was really weird. He had pictures up in his room that were just strange. Let me just say that. All I'm going to say, because I wouldn't be at liberty to tell you, but they were really odd. They were an odd couple, and they were just really weird. And hey, I'm weird, so if I say someone's weird, they gotta be weird, right? But anyway, back to this. But I was just gonna say, she was a really strange and eerie roommate, and she was always paranoid, like looking around like this. It was the strangest thing. But anyway, so back to the story. So this lady moves in, and things start happening, and it's strange. And so you kind of find out more about what's going on, and Blake's wondering what is behind this roommate. Why is his life unraveling? What's going on? Why does this roommate, and this roommate seems to not care for Blake, and, just things start happening to him around his house. I'll just tell you one thing that happened. He is very alert. He has a lot of allergies with laundry detergent, and all of a sudden he starts breaking out in this terrible rash. Well, somebody had spiked his laundry detergent with some things and put ingredients from another laundry detergent in that bottle. And he's like, well, wait, why does this Whitney have it out for me? That's kind of what the book's about. A lot of twists and turns, definitely worth reading. It kept my interest and I couldn't put it down. So let me know, out of all the books I mentioned this week, which one sounds the most interesting. That's all I have to say. Come tomorrow because I have a special announcement. Thanks everybody. Love you. Bye.